Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to shine the spotlight on Atletico Madrid because I feel like this side are flying under the radar, and yet again they're throwing millions and millions of euros at the problem, trying to get closer to Europe's elite. But is it the right strategy? Are they going after the correct players? Let's dive into it. So they've done a bit of business already this summer. They signed Cardoso from Real Betis, and this is an incredible signing, I believe. He was very consistent last season in La Liga, and he will go straight into that midfield. I think that he will be the six for years to come. I think he's a very, very physical player, and he is exactly what Cholo Simeone likes in a footballer for Atletico Madrid. He definitely signs profiles, 100%. They brought in Ruggeri. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I do not speak Italian. French and Spanish are my main languages. They brought him in from Atalanta. He is a young Italian wing-back. From what I've seen at Atalanta, he's a very promising player without being outstanding. I think that's a very fair comment. He's very young. He's got potentially a great upside to his game, but does this bring the Andy Robertson chase to an end? Potentially. It may just be that that ship has sailed. And then you had Baena. Baena has joined the side, and Baena comes in from Villarreal. He's a left winger by trade. Had a great season last year without setting the world alight. He's coming in from Villarreal, and you have to remember the quality of the players that are around him, because he is set for a major upgrade going into the Atletico Madrid side, playing with the likes of Julian Alvarez, for example. Now, this is a left winger, the left winger that Cholo Simeone wanted so badly. Let's not forget that after the Paris Saint-Germain game, he made that very, very mysterious comment where he said Luis Enrique wanted a left winger and they spent 60 million or however much it was on Kvaratskhelia. It was a clear dig. It was a clear attempt to say, look, this is what I need. Where is my left winger? He's finally got him. He's got his man. And for what he's worth, from what I've seen of him in La Liga, I think that they are getting a quality Spanish international. He's young too, so he definitely fits the profile. And then you've got the players that they are linked with. And the player that is most strongly linked with Atletico Madrid is Cristian Romero, the Argentine defender currently playing for Spurs. Do I rate this guy? 100%. In my opinion, on his day, he is as good as any centre-back in world football, barring maybe Van Dijk, Saliba, the upper echelon. But the tier immediately below that, he definitely enters the fray. He's a quality centre-back, very aggressive. Well, the red card's a testament to that. But he's got an incredible ability to read the game. And often when I watch him play for Spurs, I feel a little bit sorry for him. I have a little bit of sympathy because I feel like he looks around and just sees a little bit too much mediocrity. And it's one of the reasons that Spurs have shipped so many goals left, right and centre, aside from that suicide back line that Ange Postecoglou relied so heavily on. But I do think that Cristian Romero's got the ability. I wouldn't question that for a second. What I question, and the reason why whenever he's been linked to Real Madrid, I've always been a little bit hesitant, is because of that injury record. He spends so much of the season out injured. And for Atletico Madrid to be thinking about paying upwards of 60 million, I would really consider that again, because if that's going to be the case, if he comes over to Madrid and he's spending most of his time or significant periods of the season on the treatment table, are you really getting bang for your buck, or could that money be better spent elsewhere? Aside from that, I do still think that this side are severely hampered by a lack of creativity. I know that Baena goes some way to addressing that, but I still think they're short in that department, and it's why they are so heavily reliant on the brilliance of the likes of Julian Alvarez, for example. But let me know your thoughts, Atletico Madrid fans. Do you agree? Is there a player that you would like to see who could change the dynamic of this side? I think you've signed very good footballers, yes, but I still think you're a little bit short. I think you need a little bit more to be able to compete with the top teams, the top dogs across Europe. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Take care.